Hello everyone, my name is Claire Croucher and I am the Homeschool Teacher Fife, and I've made this video just to give parents and carers an opportunity to see what it is that I'm all about here and what it is that I'm doing. So I was a primary teacher for 25 years, the last 6 of which was in support for learning, where I gained a wealth of knowledge and understanding around children with neurodiversity. Different challenges like ADHD, ASD, dyslexia, dyscalculia, anxieties around being in the classroom, and different challenges that neurodiversity can impact on children. I realised quite quickly that there is nothing really that can be helped or can be done to support children in schools effectively, particularly when anxiety takes over. And so I decided to set this venture up 6 months ago, and here we are, the homeschool teacher was born. So I run 60-minute sessions in either literacy or numeracy. These are bespoke to your child. They are linked to curriculum for excellence levels, and they are fully planned and evaluated. The child would come to my home, which is a quiet, comfortable, safe space where anything goes really. Sometimes we work at the table and chairs, sometimes we sit on the carpet. Whatever the child feels most comfortable with is what we will do. I'm all about the environment, because if the environment isn't right for your child, then they're not going to learn. It doesn't matter what you do, the environment must be right. Get the environment right, the child feels comfortable. If they feel comfortable, they're willing to take risks. If they're willing to take risks with their learning, then they will begin to trust you and you can start to make a real difference to them. So in the last 6 months, I have been working with a number of different home educated children who are either flexi-schooling or homeschooling, and they come to my home and we do bespoke lessons. So I'm going to flip the camera around and just give you a little tour of my house. So this is where the magic happens, as they say. These guys here are my dino gang. I have got Rexy, who is a Tyrannosaurus Rex. We've got Dippy, we've got Stumpy, and we've got Dynamina. Now, the reason that I have these teddies is that a number of my learners feel comfortable bringing their own teddies and comforters with them, and I use the Dino Gang as an in for them. So it's another friend for the Dino Gang, it's another friend that they can look to meet, and that just helps to reduce stress and make the child feel more relaxed. The lessons that I'm doing are completely bespoke to each individual. So for example, one of my current children is looking at Gangsta Granny. Gangsta Granny Strikes Back. So they will be looking at creating sentences using capital letters, full stops and a verb, and I created a character setting, item, adventure and problem randomizer for this child to use to give them ideas to support them with their writing. Alongside that, we're both reading the book so that I can put some comprehension questions together and we can work together with that. Another one of my home learners is looking at the Twits, and we have been reading the Twits and looking at character comparisons. Last week it was Mrs. Twit, looking at information about her and what she's doing. Another of my home learners is looking at George's Marvellous Medicine, and she's done a character comparison between Granny and her own Granny, and then investigating the different ingredients she might put into Granny's medicine. We will carry on with that this week. These individuals like to work at my table, but equally they may wish to work on my carpet. So some of my wee souls prefer and feel more comfortable writing on the carpet, so we can accommodate that. Some feel more comfortable doing their maths on the carpet, and I have lots of different practical materials to support that as well, which we use as we go along, just depending on what the child needs. Sometimes our maths is done on the table with fractions. This individual's looking at that, and I often write the particular questions down in the jotter for the child so that it reduces the amount of writing that they're actually having to do. That sometimes can be off-putting for a child as well, particularly if they're neurodivergent. They find it challenging to understand why do they have to write it all out when they already know the answer. Why do they need to do the extra bits that go along with it? But it varies from child to child. Another child that I've been working with, they had an interest in Europe and seas, and so I made the maths that we were doing there completely bespoke to them and took it from their interest. and then managed to find a wee sheet that went along with it too. So if you're interested in this, if you think that this is something that you would like to come and have another look at, come and have a chat with me about what it is that I'm doing. I am working with children from nursery right the way up to P7, but I can work with children up to S2 in literacy and numeracy. My sessions, as I say, are one-to-one. They're completely bespoke. I'm working from 9 till 2 weekdays. So I'm looking for children who are not currently going to school, either because they are home educated or because they are flexi-schooled. But please check out my Facebook page. I have a website. Look at my Instagram posts. There's lots of other videos there. Or more importantly, just get in touch. Give me a call. I'd love to meet with you and have a discussion about how I can possibly help you and your child in their learning to feel more comfortable, more confident, and get a love of learning back. Thanks very much. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.